Today, we're going to get into something really powerful. It's this idea that so many of us are walking around completely weighed down by the past, by draining relationships, and by all these expectations that honestly were never even ours. This is all about how you can finally put that weight down. Okay, let's just sit with that for a second. Wow. I mean, that is a jarring image. It's not about a real corpse, obviously, but it's about the dead weight of old dreams, past hurts, and that version of yourself that just never happened. It's the silent burden that's just crushing your energy and your joy, and you might not even realize it's there. And that's the big question, isn't it? The answer, well, it isn't some big dramatic movie moment. It's really a series of small, intentional choices you make every single day. So let's actually walk through how to do it step by step. First things first, we have to deal with the past. You just can't move forward if you're constantly looking in the rearview mirror, replaying old scenes and arguments over and over again in your head. Pain really does have an expiration date. But for some reason, we treat it like it's a Netflix subscription we just can't cancel. We actively choose to keep it fresh long after the thing actually happened. It's like we're choosing to keep the wound open because we think it's some necessary part of our story. This one hits hard, doesn't it? You're in your own head winning arguments that don't even exist in the real world. And the person who hurt you, chances are they've completely moved on. They're out getting coffee, scrolling through their phone. You're the only one still hitting replay. Look at this comparison. It just lays the choice out so clearly. On one side, you have all these actions that only end up hurting you. And on the other, actions that are all about your own freedom. See, evicting old hurts isn't about saying what happened was okay. Not at all. It's about deciding that you deserve peace more than you need some kind of imaginary justice. It's about finally putting down the knife. So once you stop spending all that energy on the past, you suddenly realize how incredibly precious it is right here in the present. It is the only currency that truly matters, and you have got to protect it like a fortress. So what are these energy vampires? Well, they don't have fangs, and honestly, they aren't always bad people. A lot of the time, they're just empty, and they unconsciously start pulling from people who are full. It's not malicious, but the result is exactly the same. You end up totally drained. Do any of these sound a little familiar? The key is to notice how you feel after you interact with someone. Do you feel energized? Or do you feel like you just ran a marathon you never even signed up for? Your body always knows. You have to start paying attention to who leaves you feeling lighter and who leaves you feeling heavier. This chart is a huge wake-up call. For a lot of us, the biggest slice of our finite daily energy goes to these draining interactions. I mean, look at that, 35%. That's more than we spend on things that restore us, sometimes even more than we spend on productive work. Just think, what could you do if you got that 35% back? And here's the crucial point. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It's survival. You literally cannot pour from an empty cup. Being really intentional about who gets your best hours isn't about being mean. It's about making sure you have enough left for the people who really matter, and for yourself, without completely drowning in the process. Okay, now let's talk about the weight that comes from inside us, our own expectations. Think of them like termites, just quietly eating away at the foundation of your happiness when you're not even looking. This is one of the most profound truths we're going to cover. Seriously, our misery lives in that gap, the space between reality and the story we were told about how reality should be. We have this perfect picture in our head, and when life doesn't match it, we feel cheated. We end up mourning what wasn't and completely missing what is. And here are the biggest culprits, the ones that movies and society just drill into us. But you know what? They're lies. Work is sometimes just work. Love takes real effort. Success often just feels like another Tuesday. And nobody is a mind reader. So, what's the fix? It's a really simple but totally revolutionary shift in how you look at things. Instead of laser focusing on all the flaws, you just train your brain to look for what's actually working. The second you stop demanding perfection and start appreciating what's good right in front of you, a lot of that suffering just melts away. All right, this next idea, it might sting a little at first. It might even feel like it's breaking you. But I promise, if you really let this one sink in, it is the most empowering truth you will ever encounter. Just let that sit for a moment. No mentor, no perfect partner, No winning lottery ticket is going to magically swoop in and fix your life. The cavalry is not on its way. You've been waiting for a rescue that was never scheduled. So why is that good news? Why on earth is that the best news? Because the moment you stop waiting for a savior is the moment you realize you've had all the power all along. Your life is no longer on hold. You don't need anyone's permission. You are the one you've been waiting for. So here's your practical guide. This is how you do it. You don't need some grand 10-year plan. You just need to take the next step you can see. Start terrified. Start before you feel ready. Confidence doesn't show up before you start. It shows up because you started. So if you're the hero of your own story, what's the goal? What are you actually fighting for? For years, we've been sold this version of winning that's all about money and status and achievement. But what if we've been looking at the wrong scoreboard this whole time? This right here is a total game changer. We think success is going to make us feel whole. It won't. Success is basically a magnifying glass. It just makes your existing insecurities louder and your anxieties more expansive. It doesn't fix you. It just puts all your problems in a nicer apartment. This slide illustrates the shift perfectly. The new goal isn't just more, it's better. It's not about what everyone else thinks of you. It's about your own internal stability. Can you sleep well at night? Do your actions actually match your values? That's alignment. Can you just sit with yourself without needing a distraction? That is peace. You see, true success is quiet. It's the ability to say no without giving a long-winded explanation. It's when you finally stop performing for an audience and just start living. It's that calm that comes from knowing deep down that you are enough right now without one more accomplishment to your name. So let's end with this. Your future self, the one who's lighter, clearer, and more at peace, they aren't waiting for you to be perfect. They're just hoping that today you'll make one small choice to move in their direction. So what's it going to be?